everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well, and of course, Happy New Year. This video is going up a little bit earlier than I originally planned because I've been doing some research today, and also down to the fact that the news of Jared Bowen's injury, which I'll come on to in a moment. There is a big emphasis, even bigger than it was beforehand, for the January transfer window. So I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below, of course. But as always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts that are made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out as well. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they're currently supporting over 70, probably close to, if not over 80 separate food banks by now, by the time of this recording, because they've been running for 4 years now. So any purchases you make through the link in the description below, you'll be helping out those that are less fortunate than you and I. But if you want to make a donation directly to the charity, but you don't want to make an affiliate link purchase, that's perfectly fine. There is their Just Give and Fund link in the description. So £1, £2, £5, whatever you can afford, guys. Believe me, every single penny helps. So let's have a bit of a wrap up of this, reasons why we're doing this video a little bit earlier than I originally planned, even though this has been in the making for a little while. As we know, Danny Ings' contract expires in this summer. He's not exactly filling everybody with confidence in terms of his centre forward role. Antonio has been released from hospital within the last week. The information came out saying it's just been after a few days after surgery. A few days after Christmas, after having surgery, I should say. Recovery time about 9 to 12 months, unfortunately. Fulkrug is not looking strong enough yet, but Willie, I doubt it. It looks like it's going to be him and Gilherme that are going to be making way for new signings. And of course, it was confirmed earlier today that Jared Bowen is out for recovery time of an estimated 6 to 8 weeks with a broken foot. So in terms of Premier League availability, we've got next to fuck all. And even if we had some youngsters, our best youngsters, Callum Marshall and Kidoa, I can't remember his first name, but Kidoa, they're both out on loan at the moment. Yes, we could do a recall, but not enough time to blend them in. So I was looking at the top three players that are available in the Championship as centre forwards. They were looking at the details from Transfer Market. Now, we know that's not always 100% accurate, but I've cross-referenced it with a couple of other websites. But here's the top. This is the top 3 players that they say are available in the Championship, because as we know, we are looking at Championship players as well as abroad as well. I don't think we'll be going for any Premier League players in the January transfer window. It doesn't really happen. You know, they're always. I mean, buying in January is a panic, and unfortunately, but we've got no choice. We have to at the moment. Now, as I say, out of the 3, the top one for me personally, and guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thinking on this. Josh Sargent. Sorry, get me tongue black in. Hang on. Josh Sargent. Easy for me to say. 24 years old, centre forward at Norwich. He can also play as a right wing. It's about his value's around about just under £12 million on Transfer Market. He's made 78 appearances since the 22-23 season, scoring 33 goals and 9 assists, including 4 goals and 5 assists from the 12 appearances so far this season. His key attributes show that he is strong at key passes, finishing, heading attempts, dribbling, holding onto the ball, and playing through balls as well, for that matter. No registered weaknesses so far, which is good. He averages 2.1 shots per game, 1.2 key passes per game, and has had, so far this season in the games that he's played, he's had an overall rating of 7.02. Very, very good stats. Obviously, that, of course, this only tells a third of the story. There was a player that I did want to include on this, but his information was useless. I absolutely took it right out. I was going to do 4, but I narrowed it down to 3. The next one is Emmanuel Latte Lath, at 25 years old, centre forward at Middlesbrough. Can play on either attacking wing, and his cost is roughly about £8.5 million, according to Transfer Market. He's right-footed. He's scored 25 goals and 3 assists from 53 appearances, so not brilliant. In the Championship so far this season, he's had 23 appearances and scored 9 goals and 2 assists. And last season, he scored 16 goals and 1 assist from 30 appearances. He is very strong at finishing. He's strong at dribbling and defensive contributions, which is exactly what we need. especially with Bowen out for the moment. But he is weak, unfortunately, at passing and discipline. So not really the sort of player that we're looking for. However, his information is pretty good. 1.9 shots per game and 0.8 key passes per game on average, with an average rating so far this season of 6.82. A lot more than some of our players that are playing at the moment, that's for damn sure. And the final one is 25-year-old Joel Perot, I think you pronounce it, centre forward at Leeds, can also play on the right wing and in the midfield. He's left-footed in the same way as Bowen is. He signed from Swansea for £10 million in the 23-24 summer transfer window. He scored 9 goals and 5 assists from 24 appearances. He is strong at holding onto the ball and finishing as well, but that is all he is good at. An average of 1.7 shots per game, 0.8 key passes as well, and an average rating of 6.75. So, yeah, it is with a heavy heart that we have to look for strikers, because we know we're going to get absolutely turned over, as all clubs do when it comes to making signings in January. It really, really is poor. But at the same point, we do need it drastically, because as I mentioned at the start of the video, the short term is, all right, yeah, Bowen's going to be out until the middle of February, but we've got no striker there. Yes, okay, we could play Kudus in that position if we wanted to. We could put Somerville in that position should we want to, but I don't think that's a good idea. I really, really don't. You know, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, as we know. You know, for me personally, I'm not saying these. If we buy any of these 3 players or two of the 3 players, I'll be happy in any shape or form. This is the basic requirement that West Ham needs to do. Steiden, as far as I'm concerned, is just as under the microscope as the majority of the West Ham players, and certainly Lopetegui. Yeah, you know, this is the big thing. This is a big January transfer window. You know, the club coming out saying that they don't have enough money to sell to buy players, I think that's bollocks. I really, really think that's bollocks. You know, I know there's rumours of Soler being signed in January for 20 million. We'll have to wait and see if that does actually come to fruition or not. And if that does, then that will free up some money to a degree, but it won't in other guys. It's just really, really difficult. But guys, as I say, these are the 3 players that I've seen on Transfer Market, and gives the information that I think will be good enough to at least step up. I mean, Bowen's numbers weren't that much better than this when we signed him from Hull in the 1920 season. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on it, and if you don't agree with these ones, that's perfectly fine. Let me know your recommended players, who you'd like to see us buy, and I've kept it to around about 10 to 12 million, which is a reasonable figure, and I'm sure West Ham can scrape that money together. I really think we can. But in the meantime, guys, have a fantastic start to the new year. We'll be doing the as it's Tuesday, the preview for the Man City game, such as it's going to be, is going to be available on Thursday as well, for that matter. But as I say, have a great New Year's night, have a great New Year's Day as well, for that matter, and I'll see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.